Hello and welcome to Bread of Life, a daily devotional program which each week features a different area pastor. Our speaker for this week is Pastor Rodney Wade of Waterbury.
Faith acts like a thing is so, even when it is not so that it might be so. Pastor Rodney Wade, circa 2010. This is Pastor Wade, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Bread of Life broadcast. The book of Nehemiah is proving to be very insightful and a very practical guide for helping us as we seek to rebuild the torn down walls of our lives. In Nehemiah, we have seen God's people go through the various stages of rebuilding or restoring the broken things. What we've seen is a steady progression in God's vision for the people of God. It began in chapter number 1, where we began to get in tune with God's heart and catching a vision for what could be and what needs to be. In chapter number 2, we saw the initial steps of trusting in God and taking some risks and making some plans. In chapter number 4, we saw that when God is at work, there will always be some external challenges and some internal issues that you have to deal with. But you deal with them and you press through with the help of prayer, a mind to work, and a focus on God's glory. Now, when we come to chapter number 6, we see something very encouraging. For verse number 15 says, "So the wall was finished." I don't know how you feel about it this morning, but that's good news. After we have followed all of the opposition that Nehemiah and his forces faced as they tried to do the work of God, we're encouraged to realize that the work was finished and that God received all of the glory. Did you get that? Do you see that Nehemiah said that in spite of it all, the wall was finished? As Christians, we believe that our God does not change. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. I like the way that the Hebrew writer puts it. He reminds us that God will never leave us nor forsake us. My friends, if he did not leave Nehemiah, be encouraged today that he will not leave you. Verse 15 says, "The wall was finished." One songwriter put it like this: "Life transitions are all in my way, but I'm still on the onward bound each and every day. No matter what, I'll continue to run the race for the rest of my life until my work is done. I'm going to have a strong finish because I have strong faith." Is that your testimony today? Strong finish because I have strong faith? My brothers and sisters, will you be like Nehemiah and no matter what, continue the work, never give up, never give in? Nehemiah reminds us that we can rebuild the walls of our lives if we don't get distracted because we have important work to do. That if we don't give audience to those who would put accusations against us, we can build that wall. That if we make our assurance and our strength be in the Lord and that we continue the work of the Lord. Remember, fear of God alleviates all other fears. If you kneel before God, you can stand before man. And when we understand this, we'll be able to rebuild the broken walls of our lives and sing with the saints of old, "Victory is mine. Victory is mine. I told Satan, get thee behind. Victory today is mine." Thank you for tuning in to the Bread of Life broadcast.
You've been listening to Pastor Rodney Wade of Waterbury, and this has been Bread of Life, a program to encourage you from God's Word.